the ship to mining. This is it, the Burrowing Badger. Kitted out and tricked out with all those different weapons for mining, or tools for mining. We've got beam lasers, not beam lasers, we've got mining lances, we've got mining lasers, and I've got an abrasion blaster just for the sake of it. Now we're off for Bertrandide, I believe. That's one of the things we're after. We're after Bertrandide, we're after... Let me see, what else are we after? Coltan and Paradisium. And you got to drop it off in the Kokoller system at Utley Hub. Now, it's all about metallic or metal rich with these materials. So there you have it. That's what we're going to be doing today. Let's see if anybody is online. A few people are already. That's all good news. Right, so time to get cracking. Simon, way! I'm waiting for my Elite Dangerous partner cardigan. So it was announced about a week ago, and I got told to keep quiet. Don't announce it. We're going to make an announcement. Okay, fair enough. And it's like, you get a jacket, you get a mouse mat, and you get like a skateboard deck, apparently. Now, I haven't got these yet. They're coming in the next couple of weeks, apparently. So we'll have to wait and see what gets. So what I'll do is that when I get them, I'll do the unboxing video, which is not something I generally do on this channel, but I will do it. But I'm thrilled.
Thanks for the host.
Woo! Nick Cody. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, so I'm thrilled. Quite a few other commanders as well. Ghost Giraffe, Commander Exorcist, also in the ones that I know have been released this time, amongst other commanders as well. So there's quite a few commanders who got it this time round. So yeah, it was good. I was starting to think that they'd forgotten about me, but apparently they hadn't. So that's just the way it goes. Narco Wookie. 07 Commander, and 07 to everybody else in the chat as well. I hope you're doing all really well this Saturday. I took the family out to the barbecue place in Cardiff. This time, however, I didn't have the ribs. I didn't have the mixed grill like I had the last time, because that destroyed me. I thought, what I will have, it's called a donut burger. Now, you guessed it. It's a beef burger, but instead of a bun, it's in between two donuts. Now, where I've seen it done before in the ballpark parks in America, that they slice the donut, so you've got a smaller form factor, so you can get it into your mouth. It was kind of all right. I don't think I'll have it again. My daughter had the ribs. My son had an ultimate burger, which he said was very nice. And my missus had what they call a Breaking Bad sandwich, which was a twist on, say, the Philly cheesesteak. She didn't enjoy hers, but then again, she moans about everything. Everything else was okay. Would I have that donut burger again? Perhaps a little bit too sweet. I don't know. But anyway, there you go. That's my food review for today. Yeah, the Wasp Air skateboards in the 70s with a wooden deck. Well, they're a bit like that from what I've seen. Brother Sabatius, he's got one on his wall behind him. So I have to try and find out a way of mounting it behind R2 or something like that, so it can be seen in the background. And then, you know, hey, doing something else. A broken plate. Shad missing. It might do. It looked alright. There was a blue cheese on it. And then she went, oh, it's too much blue cheese in you. Well, you shouldn't have ordered a blue cheeseburger. Is what I'm saying. So yeah, we're rocking around. We've got ooh, look at it. Look at the magnificence of it. The mining cutter in all its white tactical ice glory. Let's roll. It's like driving a bus compared to all the nippy little ships we've been bombing around in up until now. I've gone too far. No, bring it down back to earth a bit. There you go. Right, let's get it through the hole, Marge. We're off. We're off ski. Look at this. Woo, the power. The power of its glowing whiteness. Its monochromatic scale against the backdrop of that station. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, the thrusters are certainly better. Look at that. Woo, we're off. So the idea is go to the metallic Hurricane. 07 Commander. Hope you're doing okay. So here's the thing. A little bit of mining today. See how it goes. So what have we got on this ship? Well, I'll tell you. Mining lances. Unengineered mining lances, I'll have you know. And a mining laser that I had knocking about. The only problem with the mining lance is it does eat up the power quite a bit. So what I've done is I've got a distributor targeted for weapons in regards to this. So we're off. We're jumping. Once we get into Super Cruise, we can gauge what planet we're going to go to. There's a planet around here with rings. So that'll be okay. Right, we got limpets. Always a bonus. Into the system map. Okay then. There's only one planet with the rings. Right there. AB1. That's where we're going to go. We're going to see what all this is about. On the information. We haven't mapped this planet yet, but it has got major reserves. So we're going to see how it goes. Nope, we're not out to achieve anything super special. New follower, Hurricane. Or Hurricane 77. 07 Commander. That's where we're going. Let's go find it. Of course, we're flying in the opposite direction, which is always a bonus. PS plays. I know. I'm totally thrilled with the partner stuff, as I was just saying on the entry side of things. You know, it's good. It's good. It's nice to be recognized. I mean, I've consistently released Elite Dangerous content, I think, for 8 years, at least once a week. And like I said, I was starting to think that, you know, people had forgotten about me. But apparently not. So that's good stuff. You have to apply for it, though. Paul. 07. Paul, nice to see you. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am thrilled. It was good. I was just boring my missus stupid about it over lunch today. She's like, oh my God, I'm not going to see even less of you. I said, yeah, it's good, isn't it? That sort of thing. So yeah, so what's been happening? So I released a couple of videos. Settlement clear out, level 1 gear. That went out this Monday. Of course, last week I also released one about, well, I didn't know that, about how to get into Thargoid bases without a Thargoid item by jumping up and down in the corner. Good video, that. So yeah, there's a few things out there. I got a few ideas coming up. I've got a video scheduled up for this Monday. We know there's an update coming sometime as well. I've got a few ideas for other stuff. You know, we're just gonna have to see. Just gonna have to see. So, okay then. There's rings, look, there's rings. Have I not selected that particular item in my fire groups? I haven't, you know. So we need something that I obviously haven't got. Well, that's an oversight, isn't it? I can't get in there and attack any rings. So we'll just zip in there and do what we got to do. What have we got here? I cannot scan the rings. I've left my scanner behind somewhere else, which is irritating. I thought I had it fitted. Is it just turned off? Oh well. Let's just see what we got in you straight off the bat. Thank you. Eager. So we're going to deploy some stuff. Got our prospector all ready. Let's turn on that so we can see what's going on. Let's see typically what the prospectors are doing. I mean, I need to be able to scan the rings really and drop in on a ring. So I'll have to go back to base for that one. So a bit of a schoolboy error on my behalf, to be perfectly honest. But hey, you know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Yes, look at the magnificence of these asteroids. I'd forgotten, you know, because you do forget. Already people are giving me beef. Get the prospector limpet out there. It's going to pop in. Burtonide. Straight away. Get that cargo scoop on the go. Getting the limpets on the go. Are we ready? Here we go. Is anything happening? I quite honestly don't know. Limpets don't seem to be doing anything. Let's see, what's going on here? There's loads of stuff there. I bet you I've got... Remove Burtonide. And do you know what? We're going to remove osmium from it as well. Let's just get it on there. There you go. Because really, it's quite a low value substance. Mining away. Filling up the hoppers. I've got a refinery, Simon. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. So what we can do now is we got a prospector limpet. That's all depleted. We got our flying monkeys are out doing their thing. Pick up all that stuff. And you can see here now, like, you know, we got things starting to pop in and populate the cargo hold. Burtonite, and that's in the system of the community goal. So that's not bad. Right, that's not bad. And we can see down here, where are we? There's my hopper, my refinery. Every segment brings up an item. Good stuff. Phaser Ruddock, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the thing. Yep, I know. It's great. I can't quite believe it. I kind of resigned myself to the fact, no, you know, nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know, Ricardo. Boo-hoo, woe is me. But no, apparently people do. So, from what I understand, and it's all a bit sketchy as to what's going on in regards to this partner program thing, I will tell you what I know. Yes, there's going to be a skateboard deck coming. Yes, there's going to be a jacket. I know there's going to be a jacket because they've said to me, yes, well, what size are you? Right? So I know the jacket's coming. And from what I've read, there's a skateboard deck and a mouse mat. What else? I don't know. The things that I do know is I do get the drops on Twitch. I also get the drops. I get codes, special codes for on YouTube as well. Fish sticks. Yeah, man, I know. Yeah, the training stuff probably helped a lot, to be honest. But yeah, exactly what's happening is you'll get, there's drops that they configure at the back end for Twitch, and then for YouTube there's a special code for pink jobs as well. So that covers people who do it both, really. Sasky dude, 07 Commander, thank you very much. Right, so that one's depleted. We're just picking up any old crap and we'll just fill the cargo hold with loads of stuff. The I didn't know that bit. I enjoy doing those. If there were more things that I didn't know, I don't mean to sound, you know, saucy like that, but, you know, I'm learning things all the time. And I think it's a good series. Well, I didn't know that. And I've got to thank you people here in the stream for that, because that's where I get the ideas from. For example, there was the one that, hey, did you know you could hack the terminals? No, I didn't know that. Did anyone know that? No, until we did the video. And did you know how to get into the Thargoid base? No, didn't know that either. Did you know that if you went to the bar on a fleet carrier and then a jump was scheduled, you will get transported to the bridge? I didn't know that. Apparently now we do. Right, so what we got here? Kultan. Because you want a bit of Kultan as well. Prospector. Still got a bit of coltan remaining. Getting the lasers out. Do I know the way to Raxler, Duck1? No, I don't. I think Super Chicken's doing something on Raxler today, as I noticed. Grenade timers. Grenade timers? Hang on, this is a new one. Let me get a bit of paper out for that one. Simon, you're a wealth of knowledge, man. I'm a grenade magnet, but I know nothing about grenade timers. Hang on. Grip some paper. Neutron jumps. I have done that. I had a commander as well contact me, and he was somebody from the third-party app community as well, and he was saying, well, I haven't been accepted onto the partner program, and I was like, well, no, sorry, dude. What can I do to help you out? So I'm waiting to hear back from that particular individual to see, if he's got a third-party app or is a member of a team of a third-party app that needs a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Focus, spotlight, attention. Then, I can honestly facilitate them. Okay, no problem. You send me a message with it. I didn't know that, and that'd be great. All right, I think we've depleted that one. All the flying monkeys have come back to roost. And for those who don't know who the flying monkeys are the limpets. That is. That looks like a good one over there. Like, what's all this about? Now, you haven't got to fire off prospector limpets anymore. You just shoot random stuff and away you go. But it's nice to know what you're mining, right? There's a lot of stuff out there. Eager, how you doing? Paraisodium. That's the stuff. And Colton on that one. We're going to go in there. We're going to mine it up. Here we go. Mining away. Grenades. Commander Rosen. 07. Thank you very much, mate. That means a lot. Thank you. The Ricardo custom paint jobs. I don't know. Do I get my own station? Well, I can speak. Docking access granted. In my Welsh accent voice like that, you see. A little bit Windsor Davis. Because that might be the way to do it. So, like, you are now cleared to dock. Docking bay number 37. Tidy. Right? And see how that goes. That might be quite good. X-Alpha. 07. Thank you very much. Yes, it's very good. Again, an awful lot of congratulations today. It's absolutely brilliant. Yes, prospector limpets also do increase your count. Torchwood base. It could be, couldn't it? Or Ricardo's, where nobody knows or nobody cares what your name is. Okay, we're deleted there. Let's see what we're picking up and what we're not. See, Paradise, that stuff is removed. So we'll send the limpets out after them. There they go, look. Couple of class 5s, class 2 limpet controller going on. It's all happening. Heavenly Tacos. 07 Commando. I see Narco Wookiees answering your question. And we've got a great community in these streams as well that will come out and hopefully answer your questions as well. It's really good. Everyone helps everybody else out. And that's one of the great things about it all, really. If I'm feeling a bit chatty today, I have had 2 pints of Blue Moon. That's the beer, not the cocktail. At lunch. So, yes, my mouth's in overdrive. Right, what we got there? Oh, nothing we really want there. No point mining stuff that we don't need. What we got? Here we go. We're on. Yeah, some paradisium there. I'm calling it paradisium. It's probably not called that, but that's what I'm calling it. I don't know. Parasiodium. Parasiodium. And tomorrow, a friend of mine and my son, and my youngest son, we're off to go and see the Indiana Jones film. Andrew, thank you very much. I don't know, Stormlinks. I don't know. If they do, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? I'm not sure. Be nice if they did. Yeah, we're going to go off and we're going to have a look at that Indiana Jones film. Was it The Dial of Destiny or whatever it is? Which could be interesting. And like most of the major films, friend and I, we pop off and you know, go and see them. Like mostly the Star Wars films, to be honest. But no, the Indiana Jones films, I mean, looking forward to this one. Lord Narco, I've heard it's awful as well. It's Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. And it's got time travel and all sorts of malarkey in it. But yeah, I've heard it's bad. And you've got a reason why. You've got to think why. Because George Lucas created Indiana Jones, right? But Steven Spielberg directed it. Or is it the other way around? Or it was a partnership between Spielberg and Lucas, wasn't it? They wanted an all-action hero. So yeah. Well, yeah, do you know what? The first three, yeah, okay, I get it. I mean, the first two, Temple of Doom, Raiders of the Lost Ark, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fabulous. Let's talk about the third one. It hasn't really stood up to the test of time, that one, has it, really? It was on TV the other day, and, you know, I was thinking, it hasn't quite worked. Some of the CGI isn't particularly good. You know, the plane, the Messerschmitt that was chasing him, going through the tunnel and all that sort of stuff. I thought, yeah, you know, it hasn't quite worked. The other two work really well. Now let's talk about the one with the aliens in it. Started off really good. I think the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes of that film, brilliant. And then it suddenly went downhill from there. Right to the point where I remember being sat in the cinema with my missus when it came out. And, you know, and the sound's out, and it's da-da-da-da, and you're all excited, and you get your popcorn, you got your drink, and you got everything. And everything's happening. And then, all of a sudden, aliens. And you're like, okay. Because you kind of get that illusion, you know, it's alluding to what's going on, right? And you think, yeah, they're not going down the alien route with this. Nah, they're not going to, can't even get, no, they can't get down the air. And if they just left it like, yes, it's aliens, but why did it have to take off at the end? That spoilt it. I'd imagine there's a bit of time travel. It's wild, but not Crystal Skull wild. Okay, I hope it's good. I'm looking forward to it. To be fair, I am looking forward to it. So we got limpets in the air. And we are indeed doing our thing. But yeah, I mean, I remember when Raiders of the Lost Ark came out, and you thought, ooh, Nazis, Germany, wartime, the desert, Ark of the Covenant. Ooh, what a good film. And equally as well with, you know, Temple of Doom, which they made Harrison Ford something like 5 years younger. He was like 27 in the Temple of Doom. He was meant to be, the character was meant to be 27 in the Temple of Doom. But he's meant to be older in Raiders of the Lost Ark. So chronologically, Temple of Doom became Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? I think. I remember he was being interviewed on Saturday morning children's television years ago. And that's kind of what he said. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But, yeah. We're just going to have to wait and see. So, Galite and Indite on that one. Moving on. But yeah, I was quite interested to go and see it. And it's going to be perhaps his last film. I mean, how old's Harrison Ford? You're right there, Fish Sticks. I didn't enjoy... I mean, say the first 15, 20 minutes was good. After that, nah, rubbish. You know, I didn't really enjoy it. It's my least... Raiders of the Lost Ark, I have watched that hundreds of times. Temple of Doom. Seen that hundreds of times. I used to play the Temple of Doom arcade game as a kid. Ooh, Coltan. Yeah, 80s to 90s, those sort of films. I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark was late 70s. Alexa, when did Raiders of the Lost Ark come into the cinemas? 1992. According to the Alexa device. That's something, isn't it? And I think Raiders of the Lost Ark followed about 3 years afterwards. But what fantastic, what great films. I thought it was before that. Your AI is off. I thought Raiders of the Lost Ark was end of the 70s. I'm going to Google that. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Release date. 30th of July, 1981. But there might have been a staggered release. So there you go. No, it's 81, not 91. The 90s would have been Last Crusade, I would say. But yeah, you know, good stuff. Yeah, Chris Stubbs, 07, Chris. Just reading through the chat now. Yeah, there are a bit too... It's like time travel. It seems to be a bit like lazy writing, doesn't it? You know? But hey, you know, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone when I come back from it tomorrow, but we're going to get a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a thumbs in the middle. Let's put it that way. So tomorrow's stream, I'm not going to go all Barry Norman and sort of like, you know, film 2023, whatever it's going to be. But like, we'll see what the score is. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what? I do have... I have a soft spot for the Indiana Jones films. I really do. Like even the Star Wars films. I mean, all right. To be fair, the last two were stinkers, in my opinion. But it depends who you ask. If I ask my son, who's 12, he goes, yeah, it was all right. And I'm like, rubbish. People like the Solo movie. I thought that was brilliant. And it's got more of a cult following now. But because a lot of the community, the Star Wars community, were like irritated in regards to the amount of films coming out and what they'd done with The Last Jedi. And even though Rian Johnson's coming out now and saying, oh, there's all these deep meanings behind it. Well, if you make it too deep that the average Star Wars fan can't read into it, well, then there's something wrong. And I just like to go and turn around and say, those films were stinkers. The Force Awakens wasn't bad. And if they had got everybody on screen in that film, right, to start off with, brill. But they didn't. However, Dave Filoni's the guy with the app, right? It seems like he's making the Heir to the Empire trilogy with Thrawn. Now, that's the stuff, that is. These are the books that were written by Timothy Zahn in the 90s. And they're brill. Set about, I don't know, 10 years after Return of the Jedi. You know? That sort of thing. They're a good read. Well, exactly. I think is it Schwarzenegger and a couple of other actors have given their voice over, or signed the rights of their voice over to the studios as well, because they know they can do the image. It's the voice. That's the factor, isn't it? So yeah, I completely agree. There's going to be AI there. You know, it'll be, hey, Copilot, or hey, Bard, or hey, ChatGPT. Show me a segment of a film in the style of Raiders of the Lost Ark with a young Harrison Ford at the age of 27 fighting Nazis, using a bullwhip and swinging from treetops. And it'll go, yeah, no problem, I'm thinking about that. And then I'll render it. Won't be long.
Asteroid scan complete.
Oh, I completely agree. I don't think Lucas is very happy either, to be perfectly fair. Jasper, do you want to join a team? If you want to join a team, Jasper. There's not much team going on. Like, we're just mining away, having a good shout, you know, having a bit of a chat. That sort of thing. Interestingly enough, I need to know if the Frontier drops are working in Twitch. I mean, I haven't been issued anything yet for YouTube, but I want to know how sort of like proactive they've been. Doing a golem, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, and what you call an animated series. It's not like, hasn't got to be cartoon now. I mean, some of the animation you see, like, look at Love, Death and Robots. I mean, sometimes you look at that and you think, my God, I'm forgetting I'm watching a computer animation. Look what they did with, in the end of Rogue One, they brought Carrie Fisher and Peter Cushing back at the end. Well, Carrie Fisher at the end. Computer generated, using an actor for the shape of the face and then mapping a mask over it. It's fascinating technology. It really is. Oh yeah, I want to see, yeah, exactly. You show me the film True Lies and put in Nicolas Cage instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, I mean, Arnie, as good as he is, you know, he's getting on a bit now. I mean, the Fubar thing was all right. I'm not being salty or anything, but it was all right. I haven't watched it all. The True Lies remake they had on, was that Netflix? Or was that Disney? That was appalling. You cannot make Vapor Song. Hiya, Zoom. How's it going? Oh, and Alpha X, you're right. Star Wars has become a huge universe, right? But, like, I think the Obi-Wan was fantastic. Mandalorian, good. Boba Fett, I don't know what they were thinking. There was 1 or 2 good episodes, but the rest of it turned into, well, what, I don't know what happened there. Boba Fett should have been more harsher, more adult than the Mandalorian, I think, right? Then we had Solo, but Rogue One, brilliant film, did really well, not without its problems. Solo didn't do very well in the box office, but I will take that over The Last Jedi and what was the last one called? Rise of Skywalker any day. You know, those are atrocious films. Well, exactly. You know, I think you're right there. I mean, remakes, when the actors are still alive, I don't know. It's like they're talking about remaking the Harry Potter stuff, right? And do you know what? Good films, they're like, what, 20 years old now? God, it makes me feel old. Perhaps even a little bit more than that. Yeah, I see Jasper's in the game. But here's the thing, right? They've all said, oh, I'm moving on from Harry Potter. I'm not doing it. And all the rest of it. Well, the idea is perhaps not to remake it, but to, in 10 years later, what happened? Because, do you know what? I mean, I don't know the actors' personal, you know, situations or what have you. a few of them have said, yeah, I'll have some of that. And why not? And why not? That's the thing. So we've been joined by Jasper. Look, there he is. Woo! A mining Corvette, everybody. And he's got his landing gear down. All good stuff. There he goes. I noticed that my Corvette was impounded, and I paid the impound fine, and didn't release the ship. Yeah, I think The Rise of Skywalker was meant to start. And, you know, there's going to be another Daisy Ridley film, isn't it? Yeah. Now, you know, I'm a fan. As you can see, I'm a fan. I am a Star Wars fan. I always have been a Star Wars. Got a bit of Star Trek by there. I'm a fan. What do I think about all that? Well, anything is just my opinion, obviously. But, you know, really? They all turned round and said, no, done with Star Wars now, not interested. They couldn't get away from it quick enough. A lot of them. I think, well, oh, okay. You're back now, though, aren't you? And I do chuckle to myself. Yeah, I think the Harry Potter stuff needs to grow with the audience. Yes, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books were great. I'm not sure, you know, the Rise of Voldemort or whatever it was, the Fantastic Beast stuff did particularly well. I think it did because it was Harry Potter and stuff. And in the UK, they've got like the tours up in Elstree. And the tour is very good. You see all the props and all that sort of stuff. And you know, it is good. Right? But I'm not sure how well the films did, especially after all that upset with Johnny Depp. Well, I think old J.K. Rowling, I mean, she's still minted. Whatever she writes in regards to, you know, Harry Potter, someone's going to go and, you know, someone's going to read. Think of all the hype that was there around the Harry Potter books when they were released. People just getting the books, waiting in line, queuing up, tents overnight, all that sort of stuff. Outside Waterstones and the like. And what were they doing then? Sitting in a Starbucks, ordering the coffee and just reading it cover to cover. And that's a fan. I remember when the Phantom Menace came out, I was fortunate enough with work to be in Michigan on the week of release. Because it wasn't a worldwide release, it was a staggered release. And the US had it, and I think it was around the middle of May. Check my calendars. And it wasn't going to be released in the UK until June. Well, I went and I saw it, and I went, okay. And then I went, I think on the last day before I went back, flew back with work, by myself and watched it, you know, away from the shock and awe of a film. And I think for a big film like that, you've really got to do that. You've got to see it once with your friends and family, your kids, whomever. And then what you got to do, right, is then go and see it yourself. And then really absorb it. And typically, I don't even go and see it in 3D. I just go and see it normal, cinema, job done. I don't want to be distracted with like, oh, look at that ship's coming out. I want to see the detail in things. And that's my opinion anyway. Exactly, Zoom. Or Vapor Song, formerly known as Zoom. Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? I had all the books. And then, all right, my situation changed. I got divorced and I sold them. I had a lot of first editions of a load of those books. I think I kept 4. I kept the Heir to the Empire trilogy. So I've got those. And I kept Shadows of the Empire and Splinter of a Mind's Eye. I kept those. And all the other ones, I sold. I sold on eBay. And they're worth a small fortune now. But hey, you know, needs must and all of that. So you use a projector, do you? I thought about a projector when we had our garage then. And we had a large garage converted into a room on our house. I thought, oh, do I go projector? Don't know what to do. And where the light is in the house, east-west, the windows, where typically the garage doors would have been, would have let a lot of light in. So I went for a television instead, a large television, large form factor television. And I've been very impressed with that. Very impressed with that. So it's going to be a HD projector, like 1080p one. Yeah, I know the sort, and they still work. They still work well today. Oh, the tails from, yeah. I like the old, or even all the old X-Wing and Rogue Squadron books they did. I liked all of those as well. It was great.
Asteroid scan complete.
But a lot of those books, I mean, you know, people were crying out for Star Wars back then, and all they had was the books. And then, of course, we had, you know, the Clone Wars came out, and that filled the gap. Whilst, you know, the movie studios could effectively get their act together.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Okay, so we are mining for the community goal today. What we got so far? Well, we got a bit, and we haven't got much. We got a bit. Got kind of bit of everything, really. Ooh, look at that. We'll have all of that.
Asteroid scan complete.
Fire all weapons. Fire the lasers. Do an awful lot of renovation. How's the pallet building thing going? Because you've been tiling, you've been pallet building on the side, you've been doing loads of stuff.
Collector limpet expired.
Collector limpet expired. $25 pallets free. Yeah, people just don't want the pallets, do they? I mean, I've got one in my yard. Have that if you want. Might be a way to come for a pallet, though. I've been cutting it up and using it for bits of wood as and when I've needed. Ah, yes, good old angle grinding tiles. That's what I say. Nothing focuses the mind quite like angle grinding tiles, especially if they're expensive tiles. Oh, it's all good stuff, isn't it? So yeah, nice, easy, little bit of mining for the community goal. Daddy Doverkin. 07 Commander, hope you're doing okay today. So as you probably gathered, I'm still using the old microphone, the pod mic. I haven't had much time to tweak the other one. I have tried a podcast with it though, and it does sound perhaps a little bit too loud. So I've got to try and judge the volume levels on it. But it is night and day compared to this one.
Prospector limpet engaged.
I think we want there. It's a nice spinning one right there. Look at that. So these are metal-rich rings.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
What's it got for us? Uranite. We don't want uranite.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
Galite.
Limpet failed.
Let's fly through the gap. Asteroids, baby.
Expired. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Prospector limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete.
Here it comes. What we got?
Prospector limpet engaged.
Nothing.
Asteroid
I'm just trying just to keep things,
programming limpet
keep the planet in front of me so I know where I'm going, what I've scanned and what I haven't. That's typically, you know, kind of what I'm doing.
Prospector limpet engaged.
It's not for us either.
Asteroid
Coltan, Bertonide, Paradisiosium, whatever it is.
programming limpet drone.
That's the stuff we're after. Definitely all the stuff we're after. So things seem to have gone a bit quiet with the Titans in Elite Dangerous lately, haven't they?
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
Don't know what else the end game there is going to be. Is there going to be... Let me see. What could there be? Are we going to be able to board those ships? That would be good.
Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed.
There goes the limpet. Been playing a bit of Conan this week as well. Of course, Pepper has turned the difficulty up. And I'm just having my ass handed to me left, right and centre.
Prospector limpet engaged.
You know? I'm losing thralls left, right and centre. I can't get anything done. It's kind of turned itself more into a multiplayer sort of server, which is good. It's fine. I think it might just need to be toned down a little bit.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
I don't know. It is a big change as well. And I saw a lot of my old accounts were cancelled. But then again, I have, like I said I would do, I have completely and utterly refreshed the PC. I destroyed it, Reinstall, delete dangerous. Operating system, obviously. All the tools, well, a lot of the tools I could find activation keys for and what have you. Seems to be running a little bit smoother. Got none of the bloat that these companies put on it. So I'm still going through it, still finding things I haven't installed, all that sort of thing, you know? Ah, that's interesting. And fly from the planet backwards. Oh, that's interesting.
Programming limpet drone.
Firing again.
Prospector limpet failed. Collector limpet expired. Collector limpet expired. Prospector
Galite.
engaged. Programming
Anything there? We'll just check just to be on the safe side.
prospector limpet failed.
Two-shotting ice giant. Ah, yeah. I think it might have gone a little bit too far
Prospector limpet engaged.
that one way. You know, I'm getting killed by Defari tribals and I'm wearing godlike armor. That shouldn't be allowed.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
So, Praisodium.
Asteroid depleted.
Get the flying monkeys in the air. So how are we doing? What have we actually mined? Because it says, I mean, this community goal, I'm just doing some mining for the fun of it, you know, just to break up, you know, Thargoids, combat, ground combat. Hey, let's do some mining. All of this, look, I haven't mined a hell of a lot. 14. So what's that? 33, 43, 49. 49 tons. That's all I've done so far. Craziness.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Oh, yeah, if you just reload the wife, exactly. Certainly costs less.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Here we go. Getting over to the next load of asteroids. Oh yeah, definitely. It's major reserves. You're there with a cutter? Now that's the sort of production line I like. We mined it all up. Look at that. It's up mining. Cheers, dude. Nice to see you. To see you nice. Yeah, there's loads of little different knacks to mining, isn't there?
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Okay, we got something just over there. Bet Simon was getting all squirrely around there.
Collector limpet exposed.
Okay, Jasper. Exactly, they do. They do. This one's got high deposits, but not an awful lot of the Bertranite that we need, but it's got something. Yeah, exactly. We'll take anything we can, to be perfectly honest. I didn't know that. Exactly. Well, I didn't know that. Yeah, well, I did actually. Just see what we got. We've taken all that out. And what are we getting? See, we're getting stuff like iron. All these different fragments. So it just seems to be a financial community goal, this one. There's no new modules or anything like that. Yeah, I'm finding it quite relaxing, to be fair. I don't like it because I like the excitement of the thrill of the chase and all that. It's all about the mining.
Programming limpet drone.
How are we doing? Not bad. So this is the CD system we were in last week, yeah?
Programming limpet drone.
Will that be in a proper state of, oh, we can mine it all up? I think it's a money maker, yeah.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Keeping in a Mundia at, no worries. Indite.
Asteroid scan. Prospector limpet engaged.
Bit of this.
Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid depleted.
Well, yeah, sometimes people do things for the wrong faction, and, you know, it's just going to turn into a mess, isn't it? Oh, yeah. I mean, just taking a look around now at the area we're playing at, it's fantastic. Not Maelstrom fantastic, but fantastic all the less.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Bit of wind down here in sunny Barry Island. So let's just turn that off. Let's have a good look around. Do you know, I haven't. I'm ashamed to say I haven't played in VR. I should. And I just don't know why I haven't done it. It's just, I might do it next week. Because again, that would be some good content as well. A derecho? Don't know what that is. Okay. A little bit of mining. Tomorrow, knowing full well I won't mine enough to get anywhere on this community goal. We may do something else. A continental wind gust. What's one of those? And that's what a dershow is. A continental wind gust. Well, I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that. There you go. So we're still picking up elements, carbon and whatnot, and you got it, haven't you, right?
Limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Got to get as much as we possibly can out of the rocks that way.
Programming limpet drone.
We're mining.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector
Coltan.
asteroid scan complete.
I'm sure some of that is generating material, but
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
bringing in the coltan. Lots of precious metals here. Sulfur, carbon, iron as well for materials. And then for our fragments, coltan, all the usual subjects we need. There's a rock. Check it out round here, see what's going on. Pretty sure I've done that. Ooh, look at that one, that's a good one. 43% that one.
Incoming repair limpet.
Okay, limpets are doing their funky thing. Mining the rock, that's what we're doing. To open the door here a minute because it's hot. It's getting hotter. Warming up to about 20. It's a bit windy though. Okay, where are we? What's going on? Oh, look, stuff's still going on. Still going down.
Expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Oh, I get it. Right. A Depeche storm. All right. Interesting. Interesting. So, here we are. Another Saturday afternoon. Spending it playing Elite. All good stuff. So is it like 100-mile-an-hour winds, all that sort of stuff, rain? That's what I imagine that is. What are we processing here? Is that 75 community goal items there? Plus others. Okay, what we got over here? Coltan, that's what we were refining then. This one here.
Collector limpet. Expired. Programming limpet drone.
We're shooting, we're firing. So yeah, so like I said, last week did the whole PC restore thing. Putting the software back on. Quite assumed that some of the programs I used for putting things on Plex, oh, you know, they've really been giving me a hard time. Oh, you don't own that software? Yes, I do, and there's a receipt, you know. I get getting a lot of that lately. I want you to rebuy the software.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet.
There you go, there's the limpets doing their thing. So what do we think we're going to get next then? Do you think we're going to be able to get down and dirty and run around those Thargoid maelstroms or hive ships or titans? Whatever we're calling them these days. Does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Thanks for the host.
Well, who have we got here? Kestutus. 07, Commander. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. So if I've destroyed that name, I do apologise. I do apologise. Right, okay then. We've got all the limpets doing their things. Hidden interiors on a mega ship. That could be good, couldn't it? Like the Thargoid mega ships that have gone walkabout. Oh, thank you, Jasper. That's great. Right, where's that planet gone? Try and orientate myself. There it is. Moving on to some of the bigger asteroids, depleted. This one over here.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
Starting to move on a bit now. Starting to relax into the stream. It's nice, isn't it? Nice bit of easy shooting. The rocks won't strike back. There it is.
Asteroid scan complete.
There you go. If we sort of like move to this sort of area, that might give the limpets a better field of access to the ship. It's got to be more to do with the Thargoids. Thargoid queen ships and that sort of stuff. If you look at the lore and what was in Jameson's logs, there's a lot more that went on. He saw a hive ship of old.
Programming limpet drone.
And he was taken out with a special missile. Don't think there's going to be a special missile going on here. But perhaps Frontier need to be looking at arranging a proper war and assigning commanders to a regiment. That sort of thing. I don't know. Could be something like that, couldn't it? Time Bandit Jared has just followed. Thank you, Time Bandit Jared. 07, Commander.
Programming limpet drone.
Okay.
Prospector limpet failed.
What are we going to get out of that one? Oh, I've already done it. It could be depleted. It's a big one.
Prospector
I
limpet.
think that will. Bit of coltan. We could.
Asteroid scan complete.
Some limpets are already straying off to go and take a look at that.
Programming limpet drone.
Oh, I'm tired today. Dog had me up at 4 o'clock this morning. Thank you, dog. Then the normal Saturday routines. All that happens. So a lot of material in the air now. That's good. Just got to let the collectors get on with it now, really. That's the only thing.
Collector limpet.
Coltan here, coltan there.
Grabbing limpet drum. Programming limpet drum. Prospector limpet. Failed.
I did an awful lot of work. I just handed in something like 1.2 billion from what I've done. Which is good because I was running out of money.
Collector limpet expired. Prospector
That's a good one.
limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Yeah, I've been lazy as well. I know what you mean, fish sticks. I've been like, well, I did a load of videos before I went on holiday, scheduled them out one a week, and then starting to run out of content now, so I got to do a bit more. But like, it's not kind of held my attention, you know, like it used to. Which means that it needs a drastic overhaul of new content. That's what I think. Need to get into those ships. Oh, still doing that lovely conversion. I get it. There seems to be a problem with one of the limpets just kind of jamming. Kind of got there in the end, didn't it? Oh, he's back. Look. It's not looking very good, is it? What about you? That's giving me a headache.
Programming limpet drum.
That's right. It is a bonkers limpet. So still loads of material to pick up. I don't know how many people can actually sit here and do this all day. It's like, boring. Even like a big ship like this. Yeah. Okay. Still got limpets coming in with material. Moving on. It is. It's a little bit in, it's a little bit out. It's a little bit in, it's a little bit out. So we're coming up on, excuse me, Let the limpets fly. Mining away. The Prisodium. 27% here. It's like get to a rock, shoot it. Once it's been shot, pick it up. On to the next one. Firing off prospectors. Oh man, I can't cope with it. You know, it's driving me up the wall now. But we can do some tritium mining for the expedition. That's not a problem. Coltan. Getting our material. See, this part of the game is just sit you with your finger on the trigger, occasionally pressing another button. I think Star Citizen might have the edge on mining. It is quite varied, isn't it? From what I've seen. I don't know. What do you think? Got right, we're off. Collector limpets expired. Looks like a lot of them have expired. Ugh. So it does just go to show, it is as boring as bloody hell. This is where I find out I've scanned the first asteroid twice.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limit drone.
Yeah, subsurvey. I not for a while. It's mostly laser this.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Okay. Little bit of coltan.
Programming limit drone.
It's all windy stuff around here.
Programming limit drone.
Asteroid depleted. We're getting loads of materials. That dodgy limpet's a bit of a pain. Okay. Right, while that does that, I'm going to step away and get myself another drink while the flying limpets mine all that material. Okay. Still seems to look that limpet is broken, which is interesting. What have we got in front of us?
Cargo scoop retracted.
Nothing.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Galite there. In through the center.
Programming limpet drone. Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh no, the cargo bay is full.
Programming limpet drone.
Filling up the hopper then.
Hold at maximum capacity. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Cargo
Now
hold
that's a
at
good
maximum
one.
capacity.
What are we picking up? Other materials, germanium, carbon, good stuff.
Expired. Programming limpet drone.
That's certainly not irritating, especially with that limpet firing off every 5 minutes.
Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired.
I think we seem to have something here. That one there, I think I got a good feeling about that.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
There he goes. Refining other materials like gold. Well, you got to pay the bills, right?
Prospector
Ooh, that'll do.
engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Picking up the material. What have we got in the air? Loads of stuff. Of course, we're picking up stuff we don't need, so you know I'm all right with that. We've got to pick something up. Like I say, you've got to pay the bills for this. I can always dodge. I can always dump it later. I'd rather pick up everything. You know, high valued material. But yeah, you know, subsurface mining is nice for a change. I would have thought we could have used the subsurface miners on the Titans. Now, ooh, that would have been something, wouldn't it? That really would have been something.
Collector limpet expired. Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo hatch. Cargo scoop deployed. Programming limpet drone.
But this is a particular asteroid field in the community goals system. I mean, look at that. Apart from that one, again, just, you know, giving it a good nubbing. For want of a better word. So yeah, I'm starting to put together a sort of list of things that people would wish to have on Elite. I've had an idea. You know, I mean, I've always got this thing about, hey, well, you're a king. Why don't you have NPC-controlled ships and troops that land with you as your entourage? That sort of thing. You're an admiral. Okay, if you're a king, where's your King's Guard? You're an admiral. Where's your fleet of ships? That sort of stuff. And I've been saying it for years, right? And I was thinking, well, how difficult would it be that you land in a combat zone with your combat suit on or what have you, as a king in the Imperial Navy. 1 second.
Collector limpet expired.
And I was thinking, you know, before Odyssey came out, we were going, oh yeah, you know, we just could have ships and what have you, and the Royal Guard turn up. But what would it take to have 2 NPCs assigned to you using the same dynamics that basically follow you, and they fire on whoever shoots you? So if somebody shoots you, right, they let rip because they are the King's Guard. That sort of thing. I've been thinking about it. I think that there's a bit of legs there to all of that. You know, I do think there's a bit of truck there. You know, the same like I said for the Admiral. Perhaps ships come in to fly cover for you. Make it so it's worthwhile other than just attaining those ranks just for the ship that you get, whether it's the Corvette or the Cutter or what have you. I thought.
Deploy cargo hatch. Cargo scoop deployed.
So how are we doing on stuff? So Samarium, I need to have that added to my list of stuff, to my ignore list. Galite to the ignore list as well. How are we doing? We're doing okay. Right, where's the planet? There's the planet. Okay, so here we go.
Prospector limpet failed.
I've got to reset some things up. In regards to
Prospector limpet.
what's going on with Streamlabs.
Asteroid scan complete.
I really have to. Oh. It's like I've clicked something. Now I have no idea what I've clicked. Okay. There, we're back. Brilliant. What have we got here then? Right, what's this? Woo! Let's get a bit of Bert over there. There go the flying monkeys. How full is the refinery? Oh, we got loads of space. Loads of space.
Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Pepinilly. How you doing, Pep? It is the tweaker of servers. Pep, everybody. Everyone say hello to Pep. Pep gets an 07. Pep has taken a perfectly good game called Conan Exiles and made it unplayable for me. But she has given me a kick-ass piece of armour. And some nice swords. It was a hell of a makeover the other night.
Prospector limpet.
Big 07s.
Asteroid scan complete.
I was going to that Tafari camp and they were going, right, we're going to kill him. And it was just like a one swipe. I was like, oh my god, what's happened? Level 10 thralls just being owned. It was ridiculous. It really was. I know. What's all that about? So we're doing some mining, Pep. It's like, I don't mind being killed by a mammoth or a tiger or Norseman, but the Tafari, I mean, come on. That's ash. I mean, I even saw off, and you'll be proud of me, Simon, and you, Pep, and you, Narco, I saw off 2 purges by myself. And they were human purges as well. I thought, ooh, that's alright, isn't it? And that was last night. I know, I was quite surprised. And that was my Norse god base, you know, up in New Asgard.
Thanks for the raid.
And we've been raided. Super Chicken! Dude, thank you very much for the raid. I really do appreciate that. That's fantastic. Nice one. So what are we doing here today for the 63 people that Super Chicken has raided for us? Well, mining for the community goal. It's hardly what you call exciting, but hey, look at it. Look at this. It's not bad. Net Ripper. People in the chat. 07 commanders. Hill Shave Toes. Some of these names, man, they're cool. Exantia. 07 commander. And just Maynard followed. 07. Thank you very much. All good stuff. Super Chicken, I'm thrilled. And thank you very much. It's nice to be in the partner program. Like you were saying, I can't wait for my skateboard and my jacket and my mouse mat. My missus goes, so what you getting? I said, well, you know, a couple of things. Commander Andrio Inari, 07. She said, so what are you going to get for this then? I said, oh, well, you know, we'll get the ability to access certain builds of the game prior and know what's coming out, but under NDA. And so we're able to do content ready for when it's coming out, that sort of thing. I thought, oh, great. She said, oh, yeah. I said, and I'm going to get a jacket. She said, oh, yeah, jacket. Where are you going to wear that then? I said, well, I'll wear it in the bedroom. I don't care. I said, I'll wear it somewhere. Right? And then I said, oh, I'm going to get it's like a skateboard deck, all painted. She went, a skateboard? I said, yes, a skateboard. Which I'll probably hang on the wall. That sort of thing. So, you know, hey, cool stuff. So, all you raiders, big 07 from all of us here in the chat. Hope you're doing well. We're in the hunt for all the materials that you can get for the community goal, which is in the Kokoller system. So we're rocking around in a... Lots of coltan over there, look. Got a couple of prospects round here already. Hills have toes. Commander Orange Phoenix. Dude, how's it going? I'll have to touch base with you veteran partner program people to see what it's all about. If you don't mind. I wouldn't mind a chat. Because to be fair, it's been a little bit vague what's coming out with from Frontier. They went, hey, congratulations. What's your jacket size? I went, all right, okay. And they went, don't announce it until, you know, until we're ready. I said, okay. I want to announce it. And then it was, right, we've announced it. I didn't even know it was going to be on Facebook. I just happened to look at Facebook, and there it was announced. But yeah, good stuff. No worries. Commander Orange Phoenix, if you want to send me a DM with your contact details, if you don't mind, I'll make it short because I know we're all very busy. But no, that would be great. Thank you, Pep. Right, what we got here then? There we go. Ooh, coltan in them asteroids and osmium and all other manner of stuff. Fire all the weapons. Oh, fish sticks, you were well up there. You were well up there. Top 10 fish sticks. So here we are. I'm going to crash into that, aren't I? I'm actually crashing in to that. Ah, I see. Skateboards, eh? From hang gliders to skateboards. You see, that's a bit of a jump, isn't it? And I don't mean that literally, but it's quite a stretch. Okay, let's move on. Got our collectors in the air. Lots of rocks everywhere. There's a dress factory before hang gliders and lots... Ah, well, I'd imagine, right? Yeah, I can see the link between... I see the link between a sewing factory and then hang gliders. I get it. But then moving on to skateboards. Interesting.
Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged.
I think we really want there.
Asteroid scan complete.
More prospectors. Firing off the limpets. And without that, it's pretty dull. But with that on, it's not bad, is it? What we got here? It's another rock. Thornton Heath. See, lots of gold and all the rest of it, but we're not here for gold. We are here for other stuff. Burtonite. Here we go. Coltan! That's what we're here for.
Asteroid scan complete.
Here we go. Find that rock. Ultralight. Ah, right, okay. There's definitely a problem with that phantom limpet there. Look at it. It's just having a complete and utter head fit. Go. Closing the hatch and what have you gets it all sorted. But, you know, bit of a fag, innit?
Programming limpet drone.
Fire all the limpets. And we got 2 class 5s and a class 1 going on as well. So, oh, thank you very much, Commander Orange Phoenix. That's great. What time zone are you, so I don't get you up in the middle of the night? Or what I'll do, I'll email you or whisper a chat to you, and then, you know, we can chat to it at time of your convenience, really. That's great. Thanks very much. Big 07 for you. Right, we are still prospecting. Oh. Well, I gotta be fair. Mining for this community goal is as boring as bloody hell, isn't it? Some people like mining. I'm not saying it's not a good pastime. I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. But hey, you know, it's a little bit of a... Oh, you're in Scotland. Oh, so well, I'm in Wales. So there you go. All Celts. All Celts together. So Samarium over there. Or Samarium over there. We don't want that.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet.
Well, it's taken a long time to get this build. Typically cutter, all the cargo, class 4 refinery, prospector limpets, and ooh, look at this. That's a nice load there. We're gonna get high engineering materials there as well. 34% praesodium, Burtonite as well. Or Bertranite. That's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. So we were saying earlier on, right? I'm off to go and see the Indiana Jones film Dial of Destiny tomorrow. And we were saying earlier on as well that out of the 4 Indiana Jones films, you know, I think the mark for the top spot, what's the best film, it's either Raiders or Temple of Doom. So Raiders or Temple of Doom, I would say, is probably shared for the top spot. I would say Raiders for originality, Temple of Doom for being perhaps a really good sequel or prequel. Yeah, I could probably do that. I like having the extra space in the bins. Just in case. It's hot here. I can feel myself dehydrating. It's getting very humid. We had a lot of rain, South Wales, and it's really, you know, that the air is heavy. It needs a really good storm to clear it. Buzz Juice. 07 Commander. Yeah, there's 5 indie films now. I mean, well, we don't really talk about 4, like we were just saying. I enjoyed The Last Crusade, right? But I think it's the weaker of the original 3. Right? It's a good closing, you know? Gave you a little, you know, a little insight into young Indiana Jones, which was good. 4, like I said, as soon as the ship took off at the end, you know, aliens kind of lost me. A lot of the people in the cinema went, "What?" Like that, you know. Yeah, this new one, I am looking forward to it. Your least favourite was Temple of Doom. See, now, it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, doesn't it? Different what they find interesting. I think the third one, The Last Crusade, had a lot more comedy in it, but I don't think it's aged as well as the first two, Temple of Doom and Raiders. I don't think. But I really I enjoyed it from, you know, the humor aspect of things and that typical parent dynamic that was going on. I thought that was relatable and that was pretty good. But the fourth one, absolute. See, a lot of people there. So a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, you know, the first and the third one, you know, Temple of Doom. I thought that was great." Yeah, I think Ark was perhaps one of the best ones as well, right? Because, you know, when it came out, it was hot on the heels of Star Wars. Empire was about to come out. Harrison Ford was there to film. Nothing had been released like that. Big epic. I mean, in Disney, they're still doing the Raiders of the Lost Ark ride. I know it's going through some sort of a refresh now, mind. But when I was there last year, it was the same old show. You know, based around the Cairo aspect of things. A little bit of ball rolling down the alleyway, and then it was the Cairo aspect of things. So they kind of need to sort of like freshen it up a little bit. But like Harrison Ford has said, this is going to be his last film, so, or his last Indiana Jones film, which was interesting. But then again, you know, he is 80 odd, so what you expect? Yeah. We are full. My cargo hold is full. Got to get some prospectors out there. I might have to do the carnal sin of dumping some limpets. There's the refinery full again.
Prospector limpet.
And now I'm starting to get into it now. Look, see, you can see.
Programming limpet drone.
We're starting to get into it. I'm gonna have to dump some of these.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Prospector limpet failed.
Osmium. Abandon.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
There we go.
Prospector limpet engaged. Collector limpet expired. Asteroid scan.
Here we go. We're coming in. I think we got a holy trinity of things here. Yeah, it's quite funny, you know, it's that bit of the Raiders of the Lost Ark where it all goes into the warehouse, you know, and you saw that in the fourth one, like, they were in that warehouse in Area 51. Because you kind of get that idea of where it is. The refinery is full yet again. What have we got here? Osmium. Abandon. That'll give us a bit of space that we need. Dawn Treader. 07 Commander. So BuzzJew says, in my mind, Indiana Jones is a mashup of James Bond and old swashbuckling jungle temple adventures from the 50s and 60s. That's it. I think it was meant to be looking at what George Lucas and Steven Spielberg grew up having, which was like in the, you know, the Saturday matinee sort of things. So that was interesting. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Temple of Doom. Do you know what? I used to play that Temple of Doom arcade game. Right? I used to play it and play it and play it. It was totally hard. But that was a good game. But I look back on that, you know, rosy-coloured glasses there. It's a bit like the Star Wars game here I got. Love that, but you cannot, even though you get that, even though you get the game and you play it, and you think, oh yeah, it's great, right? And it is brilliant. You can't capture how you felt when you were a kid and you first saw those things. Andrew and Ari, 07 Commander, thank you very much. Nice to see you. Right, okay then. So we got a bit of space. That's silver. Go on that one.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo hatch. Cargo scoop deployed.
What is going on now? Right, what we got here? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Let's move on.
Asteroid scan complete.
Getting those prospector limpets out.
Prospector limpet failed.
Well, it was meant to be set before Raiders of the Lost Ark, you see. It was meant to be a prequel. Temple of Doom.
Collector limpet expired.
Simon, it's past your bedtime, dude.
Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, there's the Burt.
Asteroid
Fire all weapons. So how are we doing over here on the inventory? Yeah, we've got 14 tons of space. What's the refinery like? We don't need osmium. I don't really want... I don't want that. Let's just keep that on the go. Mining. Mining all the time. Sniper Maniac 626. 07, Commander. Hope you're doing well. I think we've done that one to death. Have a look. Metallic rich rings. That's what we're in. It's all very nice. It's all very metallic.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Okay, right. Where's the planet gone?
Asteroid scan complete.
There it is. See what else we've got here. Of course, happy to picking up all the other materials, like your iron, like your carbon, all that other good stuff as well.
Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone.
Let's wait for that limpet to connect.
Prospector limpet.
I think there. Wait for that one.
Asteroid scan.
I think there.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
And there it is, everybody. More beef. And it's beef that come from the kids, right? Kids being kids, basically. You all know what the beef's about, don't we? Oh, we got to get crystal shards. I was thinking the other day about doing crystal shards. You know, we kind of need to get ourselves over there. Get to a material trader. Get all the lower value materials. All that stuff. And then fill up. Sort of like kind of once and for all the engineering that we need to do. So I dare say any new modules that are going to come in, there's going to be a material cost, isn't there? You know, and you're going to get like this asteroid's high, so you're going to get good stuff like iron and all that crap in there. Let's just have a look now. We're mining this. What are we getting? So far, not a lot. We're getting a lot of stuff.
Asteroid depleted.
What other stuff are we getting? I mean, I must have missed it, but there should have been. That was a high asteroid. We would have got lots of materials there, which would have been really good. And for those of you who are fans of this stream or tune in on a regular basis, you know that I've got a very busy household and younger children who indeed do give out the beef. Right? The beef, there's more beef here than a packet of sausages. Honest to God. It's teenagers. What can I say? I'm not being derogatory to any old teenagers that may be watching. It's just... Do you know what I mean? It's nice to go to bed so you don't get nagged. So, we're carrying on. We're looking for these materials. Right, what we got here? Next up. So here's a question. There are drops assigned here, and I know they'll be working on Twitch. I haven't been given any additional codes yet for the partner program in regards to YouTube, but I will, and in future streams I'll be handing them around, that sort of stuff. We've got to find a way of using those YouTube paint pack drop things. And I'll be talking to Commander Orange Phoenix and Super Chicken and all that, and because they're veterans of all this stuff, you know. I mean, they've been doing it a while, and I'm quite new to this. Well, I'm very new to this partner program. It's like my first stream since it was announced. Okay. Next up, we're still scanning. So while all the limpets are doing their funky thing and collecting things, we are scanning for the next asteroid. Nothing there. Oh, this one over here. Yeah, the old crystal patches were pretty good, weren't they? At least you could see what you were doing. God knows what's happening now. I haven't been there for about a year or so. I'm not sure how it's changed again. But the old crystal shards and all the rest of it, that was something else. Good asteroid over there. We're on our way. Once our flying monkeys have done their thing. Right, moving on. Next rock. Getting the coltan and what have you. And it's strictly monetary, this community goal. There's no module involved in it. There's nothing like that at all. It's just monetary. You're going to get, you know, 100% profit, right? And a bit of coin to fill up the coffers. Now, I'm always dubious. Right? I'm always dubious when they say, right, go mining. And you think, what am I going to need these metal-rich materials for then? That's how my mind works. I don't know if anybody else thinks like that, but that's how my mind works anyway. What are they warming us up for, like? And what are we all thinking about this Thargoid war, right? Yeah, it's been about 6 months of it now. Lovely. All good stuff. I don't feel like the communities at war. I don't know what others think. I don't know. It's a strange one. It's almost as if like you should have been assigned to a unit, for example. Signed up for the war. Yes, you're going to take part. And then assigned to a unit. That might have made sense. And then given missions assigned to your unit. Now that would have been something. So Commander Rosen looks like he agrees. Unless he's talking about the crystal shards. In which case then he's probably thinking, what's Ricardo talking about?
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
You're right, getting all the collector limpets out in the air. All good stuff. There they are, little dots in the night sky. Check it out. Yeah, the war has been a bust, hasn't it? Exactly. So they just like sort of sat there and gone. These Titans are gone. They've sat there and gone. Deal with that. And you know, yeah, I know you're coming in and you're taking samples of us. Yeah, it's hardly what you call putting us on a war footing, is it? It's like meh. And like community goal. These materials here, everything should be put in to the game to support the war effort. If it's the biggest threat, they're all touting it out to be. You know, no, it just makes me wonder. Why aren't they putting people into sort of like sign up for a community-led wing? Here are your missions. This is what you've got to do. That will enable you to do an assault on a Titan. And perhaps that's coming. It might well be coming.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid depleted.
Asteroid depleted. Okay.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet veiled.
I think that might have missed, so we'll fire another one off.
Prospector limpet veiled.
Yeah, I mean, what have we got to do to push those Titans back? So the real assault has to happen. But then if that happens, what's there left to do in the game unless there's, you know... I reckon it's going to go on for a long time. Or the war will just tickle along quite nicely. If you remember in the original Elite game, the Thargoids were a pain in the backside. And they would pop in occasionally here, there and everywhere. We're kind of not getting that unless you go down to the systems. It would, no matter what system you're in, you get some Thargoid beef.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
No worry, Jasp. I'll catch you later. You get some food. So today's just a little bit of mining, nice and easy, a little bit of talking, getting to new commanders. All the people that Super Chicken and Orange Phoenix brought in was great.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
It's always good to talk to new people. Really kind of spoiled for choice here.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone.
Got 2 prospectors now in the air.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet.
Nothing there for that one. Anything there for this one? Ooh, the tension. We don't know.
Prospector limpet.
Nothing that we need. Moving on. I don't expect to be winning no community goals here.
Programming limpet drone.
Though, it says calling all miners. Or if we just deliver the materials to the station. I don't know. That would be a thing, wouldn't it?
Programming limpet drone.
Not sure if that works.
Prospector limpet failed.
I don't know. I thought they would have done. They said there will be drops activated. Whether or not they've done their bit, I don't know.
Limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
They should have. I'll have to talk to the other commanders about it. There you go. Look at all those limpets. Zippity zappity zop. That's the way to do it. Get those limpets in the air and you're away. So, this cutter, power distributor, is tuned towards weapons. Got the refinery. You know, pulse wave, just in case. 2 5A collectors and a 1A, I think it is. Seems to be working all right for me. Yeah, it did say, it said a code for YouTube, and I haven't had the code yet, and it said and drops for Twitch. So I just obviously, they said, well, you put it on, like, and that advertises what's going on. If they might not have configured it. I mean, it came out, when did the announcement come out? Was it Thursday or Friday? Thursday, I think it was. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Prospector limpet engaged.
A beady eye on that. That's what we're going to have to keep an eye on. So far, what have we got in the hoppers? We've got 72, 37, and... what else have we got? So 72. So that's 109. And 42. It's not much, is it, for 2 hours work? But, you know, a bit of mining breaks it up, doesn't it? That's what I say. Perhaps I'll do something a bit more tactile tomorrow and do something in regards to, well, I don't know. Let's have a hazard a guess. Combat. Because there's combat zones in this area. Look at the system map. There are combat zones knocking about. So that could be a little bit of fun, couldn't it? Do like a bit of combat, me. Especially on a Sunday. Bit of Sunday combat. Yeah, exactly. So we've got the Titans. So where's all the capital ships then? Jumping in to give them a good see into. Hasn't happened, has it? Like, how big are they compared to a mega ship? We know they're bigger than a fleet carrier. You know, we know all of that. It's a nice rock. Yeah, it's like, why are they in the middle of an asteroid field as well? What are the benefits of the materials that are there? And why an asteroid field? Are they bringing their fuel with them? Are those the materials they need to build additional Thargoids, right? Who knows? Who have we got? Ghostcom. 07, Commander. Thanks for the follow.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Yeah, this whole test subject turns spy as well. I don't know where they're going with this. I have had a bit of a think about it, and I don't really know where they're going with it, so who knows?
Limpet engaged.
That's a nice rock. Get some of that now.
Scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
Moving in nice and slowly. Fire all the weapons. There we go, mining it up. Yeah, it's definitely something to do with you know, the hybrid that was created. You know, she knows what's going on. Like you say, is there going to be a Thargoid queen? It's hive-like. We know it is. I was actually expecting parts of the ground bases to open up, perhaps. You know, that might have been something. You don't know where they're going to go with their story dynamic. I mean, during the summer months, they've got, you know, the frame shift live stuff has gone to once a month. Oh, fair enough. I mean, it's difficult to do something like that, you know, with the content that's being provided. It's not me being salty. It's just that, well, you know, the game's been around for, I'm going to say 9 years. Something like that. And yes, we've had a load of new content in a game like this. But like, you know, how much time can you can continue rehashing the same old stuff? I mean, the community goals, I think, as goals, need work. They need to be more Odyssey focused now. Or have two goals. One that's Odyssey focused and one that's there for the Horizons commanders, Horizons Live. That's what I think. Huh? So we got a couple of nice grouping of rocks over there. Let's fire some prospectors off.
Prospector limpet failed.
How are we doing on inventory? Oh, we're sneaking back up there. Look at that. Firing off the prospectors.
Prospector limpet failed.
Silver, coltan, and bertranite.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Yeah, so it's going to be something. I mean, we know Frontier likes, you know, does hone a lot of this at popular sci-fi. I mean, is it just me, or do the Titans look like the ships from Independence Day? You know what I mean? And is that big custard pot, is that a portal that links them all the Titans together, right?
Asteroid depleted.
Or is it something else, right? We don't know.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Who knows? Only they know. I don't know.
Prospector
Nice if I did.
engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
And there you go. You know, I think I've done quite enough mining. It's still as boring as bloody hell, to be perfectly honest. At least with core mining, you could say, well, core mining, you get that lovely thump, right? When you crack an asteroid, that's good. But as things stand at the moment, this is a boring community goal with very little reward other than money. And you can probably think, well, would AFK be better for me on money? Might be.
Prospector limpet engaged.
A little bit there. What we got here?
Asteroid scan
A
complete.
little bit of coltan there, not much.
Engaged.
We can see if we can get in between two
Scan complete.
and then mine them both at the same time. Right here. So if I stop there and start piling on the weapons. There you go. Out comes all the material. Give me all that material. And then, where's the other one? Right here. There you go. We're getting all that material now. Bit of coltan as well.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Throwing off more collector limpets so we maximize what we're doing. Lots of material in the air. Look at that. Loads of material in the air. And then might as well just fire one off at that, just for good measure.
Prospector limpet failed.
There he goes.
Prospector limpet.
Nothing that we really want there though. Okay, and here we back at Minathon, which is what it is. There's no other two ways about it. This is just, you know, extreme mining for people. Yeah, you know, mining. Do I enjoy mining? No, I don't. I'm one of those people who don't enjoy mining. Right, let's see what we got down here. We'll do a few more, I think. I think it's only, you know, while we got the limpets in the air.
Collector limpet expired.
It's better with beer. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, you're not wrong. What's that one spinning around for? Looking a bit tasty.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Bit of gold there. What we got on this one?
Asteroid
A
scan.
little bit of coltan.
Programming limpet drone.
Yeah. Extreme mining.
Limpet drone.
Yeah, well, exactly. I think, you know, if you can find those materials and bring them in, you'll get the...
Collector limpet expired.
You'll get the benefit. I think that might be the answer. Trade it up. Make a lot of money. Because I've got, what, say 300 ton? Pfft, it's nothing, is it, really? It's 300 ton of complete profit, but a couple of million? Hardly what you call an economy, is it?
Asteroid depleted. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone.
So, tomorrow, I'm going to be doing something a bit less boring instead. That's what I'm going to be doing. All these get dropped off at the station that's in the system. Yeah, 46 million profit in a T9, shieldless. Do you know what? You might be better off using a cutter if you've got it, shieldless. That might be better for you. Bigger jump range. Could be. Might be worthwhile.
Asteroid scan complete.
So I'm going to start moving. We'll see how much what we've got here is actually worth, and see whether it's worthwhile doing this. Yes, you can get money, right? But is it worthwhile mining? Or, just like Ghostcom has said in the chat, just trade it. Trade it up. You know, I honestly don't know. Yeah, at least you got the risk with the pirates and, ooh, how fast can I go and all that sort of stuff. Well, that's going to be quite good. This, nah, not really. And you're right, interdictions in a Type 9 can be fun. Right, well, look at that. Let's go back and see what we've got, shall we?
Cargo scoop retracted.
All power to the engines.
Collector limpet expired. Cargo scoop retracted.
No, I know, doesn't add to the community goal. But like, when you look at it, what have I got there? So, 78 and 41.
Deploy cargo.
119. And coltan. It's not even as much as what I thought it was. You know, it's not even 200 ton. That's going to be absolutely desperate. All that for 3 hours work. Alright, I'm not the most prolific miner on the planet. I know this. But this is...
Frameshift drive charging.
This is not as exciting as it could be. Let's just say that. Right, so what are we doing now? Well, I'll show you. We are heading towards the station and we're coming away. There's the rings of the planet. There it is. We're moving away. Didn't give laser a go. Oh, you went straight for like the core cracking side of things. So laser mining, it is relaxing. It's quite relaxing. You can get a little bit of fruitiness if pirates drop in. I wouldn't say it's exciting though. The core mining, however, is pretty good. Ugh, excuse me. I do like that. And that's where there is big money to be made. With this, I mean, if I was collecting every material that I'd mined, that would have been alright. That probably would have been something. Or mining a high rate. Oh, I've just gone past that now. Reading your comments, fish sticks. Yeah, so, you know, exactly. When I mine in a has-res. And that's where you, well, I suppose, if anything, you're going to need those mining lances or have additional weaponry on your mining ship. So let's get in and see how much all this is going to be worth. Oh, the boom, the crack is brilliant. I haven't seen it for a while. We don't do much mining. There's other ways of making big money. The Thargoids have been providing a way of making big money for I don't know how long. And before that, it was the AFK stuff. And now you've got ground combat. So mining, I think, is perhaps down there with trade and, you know, I would say. The mining lances, yes, I have them. But you've got to have a weapons distributor tuned to weapons, or they'll drain your capacitor so quickly, it won't be funny. And they do give you a little, well, at least you're not completely weaponless. So that's the good thing. Okay, here we go. Let's get a dock. Let's just remember what we're flying in. This ain't no disco, man. We're going in. Will I crash on that toast rack? I doubt it. Number 9. There it is.
Hull integrity compromised.
Decrease speed to 100.
Get ourselves over. It's like flying a Pickford's van, to be perfectly honest. Pickford's van is a removal van. In case any of you didn't know. And we're down. Another happy landing. Right, okay. Let's see what we got then.
Landing complete. Systems off.
What's it worth to us? So, selling. So, what we get in there? Alright, so 7810 has got me 2.6 million profit. Ooh, I could have made more than that. Bounty hunting.
message.
What else we got? Bertranite, 41 tons of that. Ooh, a little bit more fruitier. 3 million. So it's about 5 million so far. 44 tons of the coltan and 1 million. Well, do you know what? I've done bigger bounties and got that sort of money. You know what I mean? Disappointing? Yes, it is. And, you know, I think it's a bit of a grind. Get all that stuff, you know, get it all in there. If you're trading up that sort of money, I think you are going to make some bank. In regards to this, however, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, it's about the same as a Cyclops. You go out, shoot a Cyclops. You can earn in 5 minutes what I've just done in 2 hours, 54 minutes. Just how long this stream has been going. So for all those of you who are in the chat, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. On again tomorrow. We're going to do something a bit less boring. We're going to do some ground combat tomorrow. A little bit of ship combat as well, no doubt. So if you haven't already done so, hit that like and subscribe. We're on Twitch, also on the YouTubes as well. So if you haven't followed or liked or whatever it is on Twitch, if you wouldn't mind, that would be absolutely fantastic. If you have, then I thank you and I salute you, Commanders. It's been absolutely fab. Right, back on tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your Saturday, whether it's the evening or morning or afternoon for you. I hope you have a nice time. And I will see you. Any idea what system? Probably the original CD system that we were in, Narco Wookie, the last couple of weeks. I have to get myself over there. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy. Don't get lost or killed. And 07.